Good morning. Had a good night last night. Found a good place to tent. It was really nice. We got to sleep early. Unfortunately, had a couple of yahoos come in late and set up their tents and laughing and making a bunch of noise. Started a fire and all that. So we got waking up and then we fell back to sleep. So it was still good. Had a good start this morning, nice and early. It's beautiful temperature, and we are heading towards the San Joaquin River. Still talking about how to ford it and where to ford it, and if we're going to ford it, and what we're going to do if we can't ford it. And so, anyway, we're on our way. We got a lot of level walking and downhill walking this morning, which is really nice for a change. And no pass crossing today. So we get across this river safely. We'll end up hiking uphill, but we're not going to make it all the way up to the pass. So we'll try to find a place to tent short of the pass and be all prepared tomorrow to cross the pass early in the morning and then push to get as close to VVR as we can so we can resupply. We're not sure if we'll be able to make it by I'm going to explain more about this later, but they have a trolley there, or a ferry, takes you across the lake, and it only runs early in the morning, like 9 and 4:45 or something, so we have to get there at the right time. So we don't know how that's going to work out, but we'll, like I always say, we'll see. This is the third ranger station I think that we've crossed in the past few days. And every time we come by one, there's a little list of instructions about things, and there's some information on here about the river crossing. So we're going to take a quick look at it before we head on. Crossing the river. That was Evolution Creek back there that we just crossed. That means we're getting closer to the lake. I don't know if you can see the mosquitoes. They are just swarming everywhere. There's one. There's a whole bunch around my face. They're crazy. Anyway, so yeah, I think just a couple miles to the bridge, we'll be ready to roll. See the rainbow in the mist? No, this is not where we're crossing. I think yesterday I mentioned the over-the-top route instead of fording the river since the bridge is out, and this is the over-the-top route over here. So where we came from, you can hear it, the Evolution in the background, I think, the Evolution River. But it's way back that way, and you basically scale up the side right there and then come across this flat bit you can see right along here. You have to work your way across a mile or so of that, and then right before you get to this stream slash falls over there, you start working your way down, and then you can continue on across the river. So if we get down here and the river scares the heck out of us and we do not feel like we can cross it, then we will have to come back and do that. But we've crossed paths with lots of people yesterday and today who have said no problem, it's easy now, the water's down, it's only a little above your knees, and it's not that bad if you go in this certain area. So we feel confident. Well, there were rumors that people were crossing the bridge, but I guess not, because it's all been taken apart. So must have gone off there and gone across. You can see the concrete on the other side there. All right, well, we're going to continue downstream a ways and see where we can cross. All right, well, we just came across and forded that. And I know it doesn't look like much. This is not actually the spot we forded. We forded a little bit further upstream. But my phone was all in my backpack to keep it from getting wet and everything. But it's flowing a whole lot more than you would think. You get down in there and it's really pushing you around. It's hard to see, hard to find a good foothold. So it was a little harrowing, but anyway, we're here. We're all safe and sound. We'll take a little break and then move on. All right, we're heading to Selden Pass. We'll get up close tonight. And we just hit the bottom of this little valley too that we've been hiking down since midday yesterday, since we crossed the John Muir Pass, or the Muir Pass. So now we're getting ready to go up. I'm gonna try to do around 4 miles, give or take, and get as close to Selden Pass as we can, so tomorrow we can just haul into VVR, get some real food. Well, we've been deep in the pine forest, as you can see behind me, for quite a while now, and it's been so nice. First of all, just because I love it, and second of all, because it's quite a bit hotter today than it's been. First of all, we're down a little bit low, but also we just knew from looking at the weather when we were in Bishop last week that it was going to heat up, and it has. So it's approaching 90, and for sure it's over 90 in the sun. But we're now coming out of that forest, so bummer. Yay, back into the pine forest. Woo-hoo. Ah, it smells so good. Like 10 degrees cooler. And out of the forest again. And it is hot. Hotter. Back in the forest, and it's shady, thank goodness, because the water is real close, but we are literally out, so we need some bad. We can hear the water now. It's over there somewhere. Well, when we left, or when we evaluated this 2.1 miles ago, it seemed like we had the right amount of water. But we had to climb 1,200 feet in 94-degree weather, so we barely had enough water. Here it is. Oh yeah. Alright, we got our all watered up. We got a little less than a mile to camp. That's probably where we'll stop. We need to. Every time we pass a meadow, Tiger Lily's looking for moose. But I don't see any moose. Well, I'll tell you what, a great thing happened. We got to that last water. We sat around, we drank and filled up our water bottles. And we got back on the trail thinking we were going to go just like 0.9 miles to a tent site and be done because we were wiped out. And it cooled off. We've been hiking tons in shade. The trail smoothed out and we're not really going up much. So we're going to keep going. There's a bunch of water and a bunch of tent sites up from here. So we're just going to take them one at a time and see how far we can get. That'd be really awesome, because then it means that there's almost a guarantee that tomorrow we can get into VVR at a halfway decent time with minimal hiking in the heat in the afternoon, and that all sounds great. Okay, we got here and we were going to tent here, but there's one more place a half mile from here, and I think we're going to continue on. Woo! Whoa, whoa. I just went down to my calf in the mud. So I don't know that this is really doable. There's a rock. Right. It's literally just so much mud. You can't even, I mean, I took 3 steps, and the 3rd step I went down like all the way. So I'm not sure how we're going to do this. You know? It's not bad, really. But I need to find a, like, I gotta get to a rock. Yeah, wait till you do, wait till you step out here. See what I'm saying? I mean, that's kind of disgusting. Like, what's there? Like, what's there, you know?
Oh my gosh, it's so...
Like, what's there? What's in... Stop it! You can hold on to me, but you can't hold on to me and do this. Like, I don't want my whole body going down in that.
Oh my gosh.
It's just going to be disgusting.
Oh my gosh, it's so weird. You ready? Okay, I gotta get out.
This is going to kill me.
Ready, set, get it. Ready, set.
Are you kidding me?
Hurry up, because I gotta
I
go.
should just dive out there.
Just sit. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we gotta help each other.
Oh yeah, I know how you help. I know how you help. You just grab a hold of me and pull me over. I think.
Oh my God.
Go slow, go slow, go slow. Oh, we're down. Oh, disgusting. Okay, gross. Yeah. This is not good, man. Well, you might think that it's raining or that I'm really cold from swimming in the pond, but no. I've got my rain gear on so that I can sit out here and eat without the swarms of mosquitoes eating me up. So, anyway, we found a good tent spot. Tiger Lily's in there eating. And, yeah. Done for the night. We're going to have a good relaxing night and then get ready to get up tomorrow and just kill it. Get into VVR. And tomorrow's 4th of July. So hopefully we'll be there for some festivities in the evening. Well, good morning. After we took our swim last night, we got all our wet stuff off and strewn it out on the rocks here. There was enough sun that most everything dried, not everything. Threw our bear canisters over behind that little big log and set up our tent here, and we're ready to head out now. And over Selden Pass and on to VVR. I tell you what, we have seen such beauty this week, such amazing things, such diversity. it has been really incredible. But I'll tell you what too, it has been super hard. And I mean, you know, it's easy in the moment always to say, oh, this was the best thing or this is the hardest thing or something, because it's so fresh in your mind. But I'm pretty sure this seems by far the hardest thing I've ever done, you know, prolonged like this. And as great as it's been, I'm so ready for a break from the, you know, kind of the adversity. And I mean, going to VVR today, getting there is going to be so good mentally. Even though we won't be taking any days off or anything, just get a good meal tonight, maybe a good breakfast tomorrow, resupply and get out. And then we're only going to be resupplying for like 2 days. And then we'll be in Mammoth Lakes. And that, we will be taking a zero there. So, you know, we'll have a good, nice night tonight, tomorrow morning in VVR. I'm just looking so forward to this little bit of, you know, enjoyment. And then I'm sure we'll want to get back out. But boy, what we've seen so far has been pretty incredible. Sorry, I just can't stop videoing the water. We made it over Selden Pass.
Yay.
Woohoo! Yay!
You're so excited.
I'll scoot back in a second. So we're glad there was an easy pass. Oh my gosh. I think we found Eden. Look at this. This is crazy. Wow. So that was by far the easiest pass that we've done. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow, wow. I don't have anything to say. Wow. It's kind of cool. The trail itself kind of tells some tales with the footprints. Like right now, you can't see much. Generally, you can't see that much, but every once in a while you'll catch a unique footprint that you know. Like there was this guy Analog that we were hiking around for a few days. He wore some funky shoes that had this little squiggly pattern on the bottom. Never seen anyone else wear. So whenever we saw it, we'd know he was kind of close by, because you know, with the wind and other people walking on them, the tracks get covered up pretty quick. And we just saw those again. So it makes me think, even though he was hiking a little faster than us, that maybe he stopped somewhere. And oftentimes that really is the case. You know, you'll start seeing that, and then all of a sudden you'll come to a water source and boom, there's that person. And also there was a guy, Diamond. He's a guy that played this incredible song that he'd written for us at Grumpy Bears. And he wears Ultra Lone Peaks, which used to be a super popular shoe, but seems to be less so nowadays, as they don't have a lot of cushion in them. Certainly not enough for me. And so we would know, we'd start seeing Ultra Lone Peaks, and then, you know, within 2-3 hours we'd run across him somewhere, you know. So it's kind of cool. And then of course the shoes that we're wearing, the Ultra Olympus, seems to be that's the shoe everybody's wearing now, or a lot of people. So when you see those on the trail, you don't know anything. Okay, we just came across Bear Creek, and this is known, because you're not supposed to be crossing the San Juan that we crossed the other day. You're supposed to be going over a bridge. This is known as the most dangerous river crossing on the PCT. The notes say that a lot of people tell stories of being knocked over by this current and then getting back up, but it's not super dangerous because you get knocked over, you're not going anywhere, you know? You roll a couple of times, you get back up, you're drenched, you walk to the side. You're not like going over falls or anything. So anyway, we got to get over there. All right, made it. That wasn't so bad. Nothing like the San Joaquin.
Yeah.
Whew. That wasn't bad at all.
No.
Nice and cold though. Well, you know how I'm feeling now. We're walking into the trees. Nice and cool. Beautiful. Squirrels over there playing. Running up the tree, look at them chasing each other. Can you see them? Up and down. Here comes the other one. Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh, I think I missed him. I don't know. It's hard to video that way. So that was the trail. But then we came across this, and I guess this is the trail. All right, we've been going downhill for a long time, and we finally are at the bottom, and we came into this incredible aspen forest. What the heck? I love aspens. Anyway, we're about a mile from the trail into VVR, and then it'll just be another mile or mile and a half to the lake where we have to take a ferry across. And then some guys we just met coming out of town said VVR's got some kind of like barbecue chicken meal that's delicious, whatever. And so we're gonna be looking forward to eating that. And yeah, can't wait to get there. Here we are, and the ferry this direction for VVR. Woohoo!
Yes.
1 mile to go, or maybe a mile and a half.